Good afternoon. I'm going to first talk a little bit about, as Ian mentioned, the development of new architectural material from recycled bottle glass, to give you a little bit of an overview of what I did with my research. And then I'm going to talk about knowledge transfer, as we do with the university from academia to the industry, and what we've been doing and what we're trying to do in the ISD. So my research was starting off a very simple and crude, is collecting bottles from pubs and clubs. It actually started jumping into the skip. After a while, I had a good relationship with the pubs who actually collected all the bottles for me. So I came and just picked up, if it was clear bottles or green bottles or blue bottles, brought them back, and then I had to go to the notorious process of cleaning each bottle, crushing them, and then melting them through in a fusion process. When you put it into the kiln, you can either do glass in a hot glass melt. You probably all know about the glass blowing, all hot melt. You can make beautiful bowls. You can do with the fusion. You're using far less energy. So hot glass is up to 1500 degrees, 12 to 1500 degrees, depending a little bit on the type of glass. I used below 900 degrees, so remarkable less energy was used. As you can see on the screens here, there was one of the projects. I had to clean a lot of bottles, so I recruited some help, some students. They cleaned and they crushed and helped me with all this because I had to go through. And I put them into mold and fused them. The result was an exploration of various textures and various colors. I explored with a different type of temperature, what that did with the glass, explored with adding different types of colors. So I created a full range of palettes with texture and colors, which I then could present to either the architectural community, other designers, artists, whoever wants to use bottle glass in their design make or architectural application. They can pick and choose which one they want. I was incredibly lucky to be in contact with a company called Group Gwalia. They had a development down SA1, which was sustainable development and targeting young people. And they had a look at my work and they thought it fits right into their green agenda. So I was commissioned then to develop interior tiles for these housing, the flats. And in communication with the architectural community, we could arrange different sets of colors. And I have also had to, of course, undergo a set of tests, which was the strength, how strong is the material, will it withstand in time? Staining, I had to undergo sets of chemistry courses and test for staining and how to remove stain, because these application was supposed to be tiles into the kitchen and the bathroom interior. I have to test for the breaking and the stability of the glass, because one thing with bottle glass is that each bottle is potentially not compatible with each other. So I had to set, so one of the pictures you can see is a set of tests where you put light through the samples to see if there's any internal stress in the samples to satisfy these design criteria which was set by the architects. So here was the results of my case study and the collaboration with the architect, Group Gwalia. As you can see, I managed to put it was 4 different colors in the bathroom and 4 different colors into the kitchen splashback tiles. They were all installed in the show flat and being sold with the flat. I also created some glass bowl based on some highly textured material which was found very attractive by the architect, and they wanted me to create an artistic piece as well as a tile. With all this in mind, it was all based on using waste bottles. It was about using bottles that usually are being discarded and thrown either in the skip, in the landfill, or used as aggregate filler. I wanted to show that a bottle that is being used, normally downgraded to aggregate, could be used to something beautiful, artistic, and in design aspect. So with that, I started ISD, and we have loads of different people coming through the doors, talking about their business, what they want to do, if they have any products to develop, business to change. And one of them was a name called Adam Harris. He is an architect by trade, have wanted to come to change his business, and in talking with Jules, entrepreneur, design advisor, he have totally changed his setup of business. He's also, as working with architectural planning and environmental development, he also is a design maker now, using concrete as a material. We started talking, and we realized we had a lot of knowledge in common, and the combination of recycled glass and concrete could actually work. And by organizing a research and development project, we could set aside a little bit of time to develop a project. And luckily, we have the new building, Alex, that is coming to place. We're hoping that something of our ideas could be put in place as a reception desk. This is still in the idea stage, and the thought about this is to create a reception desk that not only looks good and is fit for this specific building, but it's also designed around end of life. So we're thinking about how to design it, how is to install it, and also end of use. Many of you might think that you're actually not going to have an end of use. When the building is finished, then the reception desk will be taken out. But we are thinking actually, can we design this so it could be produced today and fitted into the building at a later stage? And also, if there was an interest in maybe 20 years' time, it could be sold, it could be taken apart without actually dismantle it and ruin it. It can be taken apart and sold into a different building if this is going to be changed in any way or form. So by thinking and integrating the whole chain of thought, which Frank was taking in, is putting the sustainability in the beginning of the design process. We're hoping that we can not only use a recycled material into the building, but also putting the whole life cycle ethos into this design process. So this is just a snapshot of some of the ideas that we have brought down for this building, and it's still in the idea generation, and we're still hoping that it will go ahead. It's going to be all due to the project director and the architect of this building. So I'm going to be finishing now, and you're going to be listening now to Anthony Davies and Yvonne Gibbs, who is in charge of this building. So if there is any questions, that was quick. I will thank you for listening, and over to Ian.